You're just shaking. Okay, cool. That's not my mom. That's Bad Dog's mom. Yeah. And her grandfather, whose birthday it is tonight. 27 years old, would you believe it? He doesn't look a day past 30. My math might be a little off here. Just so you know, if you thought this was the only game you were going to watch and then you were going to go home, I highly suggest the game. On the line, please, we're going to get ourselves a national anthem going. Then we'll do some team introductions with absolutely no papers in my hand because I have no clue who's on what team. Anybody find a flag? So list for me so I can do something for everybody. Oh boy, chicken scratches, awesome. Okay, let's get this party started. What we're going to do now is we're going to introduce players. Sweetly, and the other people around the track that are taking points and making sure everything runs smoothly this evening. Our jam timer tonight is Cherry Blast. We won't do a demo tonight, but I'll talk you through roller derby and how it works. We've got 20 man pushing out, taking lead jam. Bruce Leah heading to the penalty box. Our penalty box tonight sponsored by Kapow Comics, Cards and Games. Having a jammer in the box gives the other team what we like to call a power jam. Our power jams tonight are sponsored by the Geomatic Attic. What happens on a power jam is that you've only got one person with a star on their helmet. The star on the helmet denotes the lead jammer. The jammer actually, and she happens to be lead because she's the only one on the track. So she scores points. As she gets to the pack, she scores more and more points. Not having a jammer up against her makes her score a lot more points than the other jammer that's sitting on a penalty box not getting any points. What's happening now is a passive defense, passive offense correction. The black team is sitting back. They're allowing the white team to push forward to hear a no pack. Once they pass the 10-foot mark, they have to disengage from the jammer. The jammer's just going to push them forward. Push them forward, push them forward. Until there's an out of play, and then she just makes her way through, taking points at the same time. 5 points for Bloody Maiden. White jammer back on the track, flies out of there. Bruce Leah analyzing the pack, and Bloody Maiden calls it off before she can get any points. Soul Taker getting a little tired already, lying down on the jam line. Of course, that's not the case. It's actually a tactic because you want to hold that back line. That way you can do the most action and hold back the other team's jammer. So by Soul Taker lying down, she permits her whole team to line up on that jam line. The jam line tonight is sponsored by Scion. Molly Melissa trying to make her way through, getting forced out. Jamming for the white, obviously not on my face, because I have time to
goes away today.
It's Peter May.
It's going to be 6 months
Up
before I
the
can
line.
ride him again.
Well done.
I'm depressed.
Nice try with Mike July. A black jammer in the penalty box. That gives white team a power jam. B2 earning herself her first penalty of the game. Well done.
Finish painting?
Woo!
Yes.
Dancing through the back.
Taking today off, that's for sure.
Peter May working her way around. Terry trying for some intimidation. Molly Melissa making her way through the pack. No points still in her initial jam. Initial pass. Peter May is Molly the jam. Before Molly Melissa can get any points with her initial pass.
So who's who here?
Chris is all novice, and like it's a scrimmage. Chrissy's on the
Like I said,
back
the gym line
side.
tonight sponsored by Lethbridge Scion.
Chrissy's
If you look over there, there's a nice red Scion. Beside that, there's a
She's got
table.
bright
If you
pink
go to
shorts.
Facebook and like Lethbridge Scion, and then like Lethbridge Rotary Guild, and go sign your name into there, put it in the bucket, you have a chance of winning a $100 iTunes gift certificate. Bubbles breaking out of the pack, taking lead jam. Little Miss Toxic trying to make her way through, being forced out, and then everybody bridging back.
Where's Chrissy? Oh yeah, first.
Bubbles complaining that the floor is slippery.
The penalty box.
Again?
Yeah, there she is.
Getting herself a penalty for cutting the track. That means she left the track either on the inside or on the outside and then gained positional advantage over the other team by doing so. She's now in the penalty box. That gives the white team, you know what? A power jam. Little bit is being forced out. Staying in. Or maybe not. FYI, that was another cut track because when she did go down, her knee cut that line. And that gives her
Chrissy's out of the penalty box.
That's how it rolls. Bubbles making her way in. Bubbles pushing and pushing, trying to push the pack forward, making her way through. The jam has lasted 2 minutes and is called off by the jam counter. Thank you, Cherry Blaster.
Boy, she's getting better, hey?
She can feel already.
They're all getting better. Like, oh my goodness. Since
So
the
with
beginning
Little
of the
Miss
year.
Toxic in the box,
Since
the
the beginning
penalty
of the
box,
last year, right?
sponsored by
Now, wow, they're all really, really good.
That means the black team is on a what? Power jam. Gotta put some emotion into it there. Sitting in the suicide scene. Need some more emotion. I need my reading glasses to find who this is. Bellicose jamming for the black team. Pushing through, breaking out the pack. Getting points for it. Here she comes for another pass. Making through hard wall. the pack, but unfortunately came into the pack with her arms forward and a lot of momentum. She hit the back of one of the other players on the opposite team, and we end up with a back ball. Guess where she's going? Back to the penalty box. Who's the penalty box sponsored by, you ask? Capel Comics Cards and Games. With the white jammer in the box, black is once again moved to a power jam situation. So when you hear the ref say no pack and put our hands up, what that says to the lead players is that they are out of play. If they hit the jammer at that time, they will get a penalty for an out of play hit. So they have to let her through. So what the black jammer's job is to push right until the hands go up and then she just rocks right through. And the jam's called by the jam timer. Well done, Bellicoat. Black Mamba sitting at 61. Killer Zombies at 33. Bloody Maiden jamming for the Black Mambas.
I haven't today.
666.
Christy said she was going to.
An appropriate Halloween.
She was going to bring
number.
her mother-in-law, her mother, mother-in-law.
Boom. A white 2-2 call for hitting before the whistle.
Josh's mom?
Roller derby is a hitting sport once the whistle is blown. If you touch anybody before the whistle and it's anything slightly aggressive, you can be called for a hitting before the whistle, which was the case right then and there. Bad. I mean, it's appropriate that she did hit before the whistle. She is Taka Smashy, right? She can't help it. She can't help it, ref. Come on. Little Miss Toxic trying to push her way through the black wall. Bloody Maiden making her way around. I don't know if you as the audience have been paying attention, but that's been about 3 jams, I think, that Little Miss has been out there. She's a little bit tired. She may want to do something about that. Just saying, coach. My head is kind of itchy. I should take this cover off. And we have ourselves a panty pass. We say panty pass, but they're helmet covers. My bad. Mad Dog has received the helmet cover from Little Miss, and she's trying to gain some positional advantage over the black team that are still locking her down. And the jam has been called.
You're right, the church did not run anything last year.
Yeah.
It's all out of practice.
Interesting jammer selection we have here.
Weekday practice.
We've got Sailor Jerry and Bruce Lee. Little known fact about these two. I don't want to get into family details, but there may be a connection involved with an unnamed player, ref that is out and about in this game. Sailor Cherry working her way around on the inside. It's the jam, Bruce Lee. Oh, she's gonna get her. She's gonna catch her down. We have ourselves a jam race. Oh, Sailor Cherry whips out and calls the jam instead of dancing with her sister-in-law. That could have been just messy. We got ourselves Molly Willis out there with the meter maid. Looking at the pack, trying to figure out where the hole is, what their strategy from the get-go is going to be. A little bit of dancing going on at the beginning. And there we go, we're off. Black, B2 call on a multiplayer block. One thing you can't do while you're blocking the opposing jammer is to connect physically with another player and stop them. That becomes a multiplayer walk and you will get called on it when the refs are paying attention. You can do anything you want as long as you don't get caught. And the jam called by Peter Baker. Wow. Serious line coverage happening there by Soul Taker. Such dedication. Mad Dog coming up with that one.
You still don't know?
How come they're laying there?
Mad Dog going up against Sailor Cherry. I suspect we're going to see Mad Dog's first penalty. She's really good at that. Oh, Mad Dog making it through, getting lead jam. The way you can tell she has lead jam is that the jam rep has one hand pointing at her and one hand in the air. She's waving them like she just don't care. And the other jam rep is doing the no, you're not lead jam. And the whistle is called. The jam is called off by Mad Dog. She gets 2 points on that and 1 for Sailor Jerry. Bruce Leah, after that last jam, has still got lots of energy. She's ready to jam again. Up against Bubbles. B2 sitting on the bench still. Tisk, tisk. And the whistle's blown, a little bit of rustling and tumbling at the beginning. Bubbles pushing through. Getting lead jam. Bruce Leah is making it through. As you saw, Cracker Jacks let her through because she knew she was past the 10-foot mark. Whoa. Wow. Bruce Leah just dancing around, making her way through. And then Bubbles calling it off because she saw that Bruce was way ahead of her. Well done, Bruce Lee. Is there a stepping on someone before the play? Is that what they realize? Is that a penalty? If you just step on Soul Taker when she lies down, is that all good? I don't think it's in the book, I'm just saying. It's great, okay. $5 for the first person to step on.
Well,
I'm not instigating anything, FYI.
I don't know why I haven't changed for 30 years.
Bloody Maiden up against Peter Main. We got ourselves a couple old maids out there. Hilarious. Hashtag SoFly. Oh, Tamara on Tamara. Actually, beautiful hit by Peter Maid. Puts Bloody Maiden out. Bloody Maiden says, nope, you're not getting any points. I'm confident. And that's no points for her. Good play by Bloody Maiden.
What is chaperone?
A member of the CASA
Staff.
Dottie Knocker trying to get Tag a Smash to bumper again to get another hitting before the whistle penalty.
That's a chaperone.
Well, it's going to be different.
Mad Dog going up against Sailor Cherry again. Mad Dog dancing right through. They're not making it back there. Strong low. Foxy Roller tried to hit her, but they didn't connect. Mad Dog leading down. Sailor Cherry out of the back.
Come on, that's why I went.
How do you know you were so first?
Jim and Mike came in to get their painting.
Mad Dog trying to make her way through the front line. Trying. Pushing. And calling it.
Him.
Not before Sailor Cherry got herself 4 points. Mad Dog. Little quicker next time, buddy.
I wouldn't have went in either.
It's not like it's hard to jam.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah.
Like you just put a star on your head and skate around. It's simple.
Well, I wasn't going to go.
Which brings me to, hey, if you're interested in roller derby and think it's easy, be sure to join the Left Ridge Roller Derby deal because they're always looking for new people.
I don't know.
And Mad Dog, if your grandfather wants to join, we have a men's team up in Calgary.
Yeah, I think it must be
FYI.
Yeah.
Oh, Cracker Jacks making her way through the pack without any difficulty. Bruce Leah targeting her. Eyes on fire. It looks like it could be dangerous if she catches up to her. Bloody Maiden going off with a penalty. Cracker Jacks attempted to call it. He got butter,
I
so
don't remember that.
all for the team make points, good.
Fix the cube. He came.
Yeah, maybe I see her.
Oh.
So maybe Megan's not modeling anymore.
Jam Line tonight sponsored by Lethbridge Scion. They have a booth and a nice shiny red car over there. We should go over and take a look. Get your name in for the draw. You have to like Lethbridge Scion. You have to like Lethbridge Roller Derby Guild. Put your name in on a piece of paper.
Make yourself
Put it in. Win a $100 iTunes gift card. Not a bad deal. Camera on camera. Trying to scooch through. Bellicose takes the lead, but Meter Maid not too far behind her. We're gonna have Jammer on Jammer. No, we're gonna have a call by Bellicose. She's gonna save the action for later on.
I still haven't got this completely figured out. How the hell did they go from 81 to 91?
Why aren't you going to the penalty box
Maybe I
yet?
shouldn't talk so much.
What's up with that? I'm just saying, she's dude.
Actually watch what the hell's going on.
No, she's not okay.
Talking about painting here.
We put the bees over there for bad golf. Foxy Roller, you got this. Up against Mad Dog. Here we go. Mad Dog dancing left, dancing right, pushing back to its extreme. Out of play being called, and she makes her way through, takes the jam. Foxy Roller still back there trying to just bombard her way through the back line.
I'll tell you one thing, that
Go Foxy, go for the holes. There we go, Foxy gets through.
Figure drawing.
But so does Mad Dog, because no one was watching.
Yeah, guards have a tendency to do that.
Mad Dog with lead jam, Foxy Roller still with her initial pass. Mad Dog calling it off.
Here, can I help you out?
Soul Taker is tired of lying down, so she's now just taking the line normally.
Add some excitement.
She doesn't let anybody do this. I'm probably screwing it up as it is.
Soul Taker, you may notice, has what we call a pivot helmet cover on her helmet cover. And who's got a well, they didn't put it there. It's all good, Grace. Don't worry about it. You don't need a pivot in this game. Anyhow, so the pivot is the one with the stripe on their helmet cover. They're the only person that can receive the star helmet cover from the jammer. Bloody made it jamming from the black team, making it through. And a big swing by Bellicose and missing Bruce Leah.
They said it was pretty good.
Bruce Leah trying to hunt down Bloody Maiden. I can see it happening. She gives her enough time, she'll pounce right on her. No problem. Bloody Maiden gets through, calls it. Bruce Leah gets 3. Bloody Maiden gets 4 points on that jam. Black team deciding this time that fielding a pivot might be a good idea. Well done, 99.
So they tell you that after you do this, you have someone that has something.
Oh, there's...
There's some big guy.
So the jammer is number 33. Pretty much fact. Sniper Girl up against Meter Maid. Meter Maid making it through. Sniper also making it through, trying to chase her down. I saw Sledge calling a cut track on number 88. Peanut Gallery heading to the box. Meter Maid calling off as she gets to the back. 3 points for Meter Maid, 5. 4 for Bloody Maid. The penalty box looks like it's getting some good clientele this evening.
They don't have
It's
half
sponsored by
hour warm-up. They have an hour and a half warm-up.
Cars, and games.
We had half hour
Also, we'd like to thank JYS Kids. They've sent us some accessories this evening, and we'd like to thank them as well as the sponsor. Mad Dog taking a seat for a second, catching the breath. While Rolling Militia takes the lead, Jim. Mad Dog getting pushed out. No pass, no what happens is when she went out, the player that hit her out went down as well. Therefore, she did not cut the track because the other player was out of play when it happened. Whoa, there's a foul getting a little excited over there. Calm down, buddy. Or don't. I don't care. It's all good. Derby.
Go every week. I have to make my own too bad. I like to go every week, but in this case, I did.
So roller derby is a pretty fun sport. We've got ourselves people wearing interesting spandex outfits and glittery shorts and stuff. But we also have after parties. And this is the novice game, followed by an advanced game, followed by an after party. And our after party tonight is at Open Please. We invite you all to come down, meet the skaters, talk some derby, get recruited, and join us for some fun after the game.
People walking in halfway through.
Bruce Leah making her way through, dancing left and right, taking the hole and making lead jam. Well done. Not far behind her, Sailor Cherry. Cookies and Cream taking a little swing, but let her through. Go Cherry, go. Penalty box is empty, everybody's off the track. Bruce Leah pushing, boom, getting taken down and calling the jam while she slides along the floor. And Bellicose gets a forearm major. That's of course because she nailed her with her elbow, which is what caused her to go down. Therefore, elbow is attached to the forearm penalty. Not because she actually has 4 arms. She did not have any extra arms during that play.
Maybe they could make them dance like last time.
Don't take the job if you don't like to work.
Oh, we have ourselves our first false start of the game. Oh, 22, not knowing what to do with a false start. So, a false start penalty happens. I'll use this as an example. This is the jam line, of course, sponsored by Somehow on the left side. If a skater's skates are behind the jam line, when the start whistle goes, they will hear false start. That is not a penalty until they do the wrong thing. So when they hear false start, all they have to do is stand still. Because what happens by them being past the line is they are now 1 lap ahead of everybody else. It's an imaginary time machine play. So what they have to actually do is go backwards, turn around, make their way back around the track, and beat the other pack. What often happens is they hear false start, and they go off to the side, which is a forward motion, which comes from a false start. I am.
Brakes were exactly graduated high school 40 years
Mad Dog leading the jam with Molly Militia at the back. You hear the no pack that puts Mad Dog through, and she calls the jam, takes her points.
I don't know.
Yeah, it used to be fun.
So a normal derby jam lasts 2 minutes, unless of course the person who's being given lead jam status calls it by touching their hips, and or touching their hips in their head, and or touching their hips in their head and saying, calling it! Because what they want to do is they want to call it off as fast as possible, so the other team's jammer does not get points. That's why you see them flailing their arms. They're not trying to cool off or anything like that. There you go, the hand is pointing at Bruce Lee as she is the lead jammer. She's the only one that can call off the jam in less than 2 minutes get pushed. Black 8-0, 4-arm major call.
I have, because I paid, I have to tell the mother the coach, right?
Modown got herself a 4-arm major. Bad Modown. Modown's in the box, and she is wearing a special cover on her helmet, which is a jammer cover. The jammer in the box means what for the other team? A power Hashtag lots of emotion in that one. Bruce Leah taking full advantage of the power jam. She's going to push these black players up until they limit. We hear no pack, they have to let her through. Boom, 5 more points for Bruce.
thought Kim was
Looking up the time, looking up the score. That's going to let her decide what she wants to do. Of course, the lead jammer star is not in the right spot. That's really what we want from her. Oh, yes, it is. My mistake. I can't read.
Me too. Because I mean, she doesn't.
I think I just got a film. I don't know how that happened. Oh no, it was Bellicose. Really have to reform, I believe the film was.
And then, you know, she asked to take off her name from
So Bellicose got a failure to reform penalty. What happens when you push the pack to its limits? If they call out of play and you don't try to form the pack back up by returning to the pack, then you can get a failure to reform. Do you have a question? Are you staring at your arm?
That's okay. I can kind of
We have an infamous official timeout. That's the shoulder.
complaining about how we're running.
Our Terry Blaster
Only one of Peter.
is doing the official timeout. Feel free to sing along.
And I know
Baseball is like playing some psychological warfare going on there. They call it no. See, it's from no. That was not your 5 seconds. That was the official timeout. What'll happen a lot of times, because these girls are just like full of energy, after an official timeout, they'll hear the first whistle and they'll all bolt. But it's just that, hey, the timeout is over. That is the official whistle beside the jam. Peter May is up against Bubble, pushing her way through, getting bounced around everywhere. And taking the jam. Peter May, Bubble staying on her feet, slipping through, looking ahead, knowing that she can catch the other skater because she's that good. Peter calling it as she goes down.
Sorry.
The clock. What's the call for head? Then we have a halftime. What happened there is that the coach from Team White was trying to call a timeout with 10 seconds left. There was 10 seconds left, so we could get one more jam. Unfortunately, nobody saw her, and I wasn't going to title him. So we're at the end of the first half. Feel free to visit the concession stand, go up to the merch, look at all those awesome t-shirts, pins, stickers, things they have over there. It has melted because it's so hot here. Peter May forced out, working her way back. Bellicose also forced out, but still managed to get the jam. Pushing her way through and taking out. Lead jam status for Bellicose. Peter May trying to get through. Bloody May swinging a miss. Peter May reaches through. Oh, wow, yes. Lisa Powell, you're going to have to talk to the girls about that one. So, if you were paying attention, Lisa Powell was telling her team, to the front, because what happens is, if the opposing team's jammer makes it out as lead, what do? They're getting points from the other color, because the other color just stays back. All the jammer has to do is sneak up to them, give them points, and then it's off. If they're ahead of the other team, then they now make it more difficult for that person to get points. That's why Lisa was trying to get her team to push to the front. Bad white team. Bloody Maiden against Bristol. Whoa! Bloody Maiden making it through. Loosely, skate. Keeping her skates right underneath her. Nice forward posture, taking those corners at high speed. Pushing on the straightaways. Gliding through the curves. Pushing through, calling it to the maximum of her potential. Hips, head, and screaming. we have ourselves a lead change. Guess what? White is leading 115 to 112. Soul Taker is jamming to the white team. Lowdown giving her the eyeball already. She's just gonna blow right over her and go. Whoa! A penny pass that was almost successful. Black calls it off. Wow, good job, Soul Taker. Just so everybody knows, we had ourselves a little bit of a coaching boot camp last week here in Lethbridge. 8-meat wheeler from Vancouver came down, and she taught us how to panty pass, as we call it, properly. Of course, officially it's a helmet cover pass. But yes, the passing of the helmet cover forward, which was almost unsuccessfully there, except that Lowdown had rockets on her skates and got the lead jam right off the bat. Good job. Taylor Cherry taking the lead jam. Penalty being called a bloody maid, you madman maid. Meter maid pushing her way through. White team making a wall, then disintegrating it. Taylor Cherry, meter maid. Taylor Cherry doing a very tactical move. Seeing that meter maid was approaching the match, she decided to call it off to prevent meter maid from getting any points. Sniper girl lining up against Bruce Leah. Sniper girl's fan club apparently right over here. That's mom's little girl. She's not a little girl. She can hurt somebody. Seriously. You go, girl. You go, sniper girl. Cherry Glasser getting stronger and stronger on the whistle every time she blows it. I'm losing my hearing up there. Sniper trying to make her way through. Oh, swing and a miss by Cracker Jack. Almost got Bruce Leah. Trying to figure out who's doing the zoo, who's getting pointed at with lead jam. Sniper has lead jam. Oh, Bruce Leah's gonna play with her. We have a little bit of cat and mouse going on between the jammers. And it's a tie game, so this is quite important to see who doesn't score the most points. Bruce Leah taking it 1, 2, 3. Coming through. Cracker Jack stood a nice hit, but Bruce Leah is solid like a rock. Sniper getting hit, remaining standing as well. Both jammers gaining points, and then Sniper girls calling it. Well done.
Kind of tough following them.
Official timeout being called by the head ref, Frosty Box. And seeing as both jammers got 4 points, we're still tied at 120 to 120. All officials to the middle, please. So our jam timer, normally, is standing over here with her little stopwatch and her whistle, and she's going like this. This is an official timeout. But I'll do it for her. Wow, like a ninja. There you go. Getting lead jam. Seems every whistle man got here tonight is a positive one. Very good performance out of her. Stepped up her game. Scooches by on the apex, on the inside. Bumped up against Mad Dog and got herself an out-of-play penalty. team has realized it. Because that is an unfair advantage. You guys are fans. You can do whatever you want. I, on the other hand, pay close attention to the game, know what's happening, but I don't know if they know it yet. They seem to be positioning themselves. So I'll say, white has a power jam. But you gotta be careful as an announcer because sometimes the teams don't catch it and you're like, hey, power jam. And you're like, Mad Dog calls the jam. Killer Zombies have moved up to 138 points versus 120 for the Black Mamba. Yeah. Soul Taker doing a little bit of strategizing there with her very, very goony sack of smashing, known for her before the whistle hits from the first half. It's either that or she just stole her soul. Made it, okay. Good job, man. Meter Maid with the power jam situation, pushing her way past the Blacks, trying to at least, and making it through for some points, 5 points. I saw that one. Taka Smashi does it again. White 2-2 got herself the direction penalty. She was facing the other way when she hit the jammer coming in. So she was going the wrong direction. That therefore resulted in a direction play penalty. You can be skating backwards in the direction you can hit, but you can't be stopped and moving the opposite direction when somebody needs it. What? I know all about that? No, I do not. I don't get penalties. And if any penalties are called on me in the next game, they're probably mistakes, just so you know. You keep it down or we're going to get security on you. Bloody Maiden with the lead. Bruce Leah. Now being recognized by Bloody Maiden, so I didn't want to say anything and give her information. Again, Lisa Powell screaming and being ignored. What's it like to be ignored, Lisa Powell? You need to yell louder. Do you want a microphone? Okay, good. So again, Lisa was trying to get her team to push forward because the Black Jammer was in the lead. Therefore, she wants the white team ahead so that the Black Jammer has a hard time getting her points. Mad Dog, Sailor Cherry, dancing in front of the jam line. The jam line, of course, tonight being sponsored by Lethbridge Scion. In fact, Lethbridge Scion is ready to give you a $100 iTunes gift card. If you like Lethbridge Scion on Facebook, and then you like the Lethbridge Roller Derby Guild on Facebook, and you go put your name in the bucket by the Lethbridge Scion table, you have a chance to win a $100 iTunes gift card. Mad Dog with the lead, Sailor Cherry catching up to her. Sailor Cherry jumping the apex, pushing through, right on her tail. Sledge nearly killing everybody in the middle. Look. I don't even know what that's all about that. Meter Maid and Bubble setting up to be jammers on this next jam. Race golf, catching moments before the jam was that she had too many players. Meter Maid's getting lead jam. Bubbles getting knocked out by like a smashing. Whoa, Bubble is getting wiped out by an imaginary line. Wow, Cracker Jackson knows how to hit, I'll tell you that. Hopefully she's playing the next game. And then we have a call by Meter Maid. Cracker Jackson playing the next game? Oh, are you on my team? I don't know what team I'm on, black, right? Oh, no. Get off the track. Am I on black or white? Jeremiah, you on white? You're on team white, right? Okay, so I'm on black.
We used to live up in Pittsburgh, which is an hour north of down here. Okay. Yeah.
So these two jammers that are going up, we have Buddy Bateman and Bruce Lee. Of course, they're on the other team that I'm playing against as well. So I'm pretty much just going to get demolished in the next game. So we have our ambulance nearby. Yes, yeah. Bruce Lee with the jam. Buddy Bateman sneaking up behind her. Buddy Bateman gave 4 points before Bruce Lee had called it. So what happens when the jammer calls it, they do that whole hip thing, and then you hear 4 sudden whistles. 4 whistles by the jammer. Those initial 4 whistles, they can still score on. So when they call it, the tweet, 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 tweet is going on, if they can still scooch past the other player or two, they can get those points. Same goes for the opposite jammers. So what should happen when you hear the whistle? Everybody should start going really fast so that they can't take it as a point. It's really just a big game of Pac-Man. With the people with stars are Pac-Man,
I'm sorry,
and the other players are those little yellow balls that Pac-Man needs. And everyone is on the point. Soul Taker, taking some hits, trying to stay alive out there. Molly Militia coming up on her, pushing her way through. Everybody just taking a break on the ground. Taka Smashy trying to get a cut track, but it wasn't called. He just went down with the 7 other people that fell during that last play. Again, taken down by an imaginary line. I believe there are at least 2 imaginary lines up here in this corner that have taken out a few players tonight. Be aware of that during the next game. There are 2 imaginary lines, one there, and I think there's another one there. Very dangerous. Those are, we call those rib breakers. I'm seriously not making that up. Yes. Sweet Flea is giving me first-hand information on line breakers. She fell on the line and broke a rib. It was Afghanistan, it was 2010. It was cold. No, just kidding. It was that dirty thing. Anyway. Well, this is a situation I'd like to see at home more often, depending on the floor. But unfortunately, this is very dirty, so that means something. Bellicose with lead jam status. Busts through, taps the hips, gets her points, and then locks it down. Sledge Antilles risking his life, as you all saw, to go out there and pick up that helmet cover. He could have died. He survived, luckily. And will live to tell another jammer Annie story some other time. I like it now. It's fun. Give the most talkative guy in Alberta a microphone and say, hey, announce the roller derby. Buddy Bateman taking the lead down. Bruce Lee popping out of the club, making her way around the corner, leaning in. I know what that was. Taka Smashy dodging a bullet. No, it wasn't Taka Smashy, my mistake. That was, I think I know the names by now. But Liz Toxic dodging a bullet on that one. Yeah, you know it too. We all know it. Mad Dog going up against Sailor Cherry. Oh, and once again, Taka Smashy is in the penalty box. Taka Smashy often enough. Yes, that's right. Kapow Comic Cards and Games. Awesome. We're gonna rename you to Tack a Penalty. That actually wasn't a hit before the whistle. It was, I believe, a back block, wasn't it? Direction of gameplay, because she was going the wrong way, which is why. Stop block. She hit the other person in the wrong spot. Thanks for confusing me, Frosty. Bloody Maiden going up against Meter Maiden. Looking at the outside of the track, which is a very difficult spot to push and pass on, but she takes the lead. Oh. Meter Maiden going out and coming back in, hurts herself. A cut track major. We say cut track major, but there's no such thing as a minor penalty anymore in roller derby. That changed 2 years. Last year didn't it? Yeah. This year? Been playing like 6 months ago. Just under a year. I would say given. No penalty. Bloody Maiden making her way around slowly. Oh! I see something in the penalty box. Looks like a jammer. And tag is Smashy, of course, but she's on her way out. Jammer in the box equals what? It equals a power jam. So that hit may have looked a little dirty, but it wasn't, because it was a legal hit. It was the shoulder against the backbone and not down the spine. Just so everybody knows, the out of bounds hitting area is right down the back of the spine. If you were to be wearing a bra, you're in between the bra straps. We don't wear bras in the men's team most of the time. So picture that, and that's the no-hit zone. That heads, elbows, no, not allowed. You'll get a penalty for it. No kicking, biting, or eye scratching either. That's only at the after party. Sailor Jerry on the track. Whoa, flying squirrel attempt. By Pussy Whipped. Unsuccessful, of course. Ouch. White 8-8 called on an illegal re-entry. That, of course, is another real one. But what happened is 8-8 came off the penalty box, I believe, and she came in the wrong spot. You have to come back on the track behind everybody. If you come in ahead of anybody, well, you gain an advantage and you get a penalty. Pussy Whip with another flying squirrel move, also unsuccessful. We call that little flying squirrel move because usually it's nuts to try it and you're not going to get any points. You usually don't make contact or anything. Bruce Lee going up against Bubbles. And we have ourselves an official timeout. While we're taking this time out, I'd like to remind everybody that the Jam Line sponsor tonight is Lethbridge Scion. Our penalty box sponsor is Kapow, Comics, Cards, and Games, and all our... So, yeah, just so you know, I may need to ride back to Calgary from the hospital when I get out tomorrow, because I won't be able to drive because I'll likely have a broken cycling. Heart. Yes, that is exactly it. Soul Taker. Just be reading Heart Taker. Just kidding, Dad. But I do have a good paying job, just saying. If I don't get hurt in the next game, then I could get hurt in the after party. What's that you say? After party? Yes, it's an after party if one did leave after the game. Oh, this is making it out of the pack with some lead gem status. white team noticed what was happening and they moved to the front of the pack so that they would be simple, easy points to take home. Now, of course, at the after party, I'm hoping that they are all simple, easy points to take home because, yeah, you know what I'm saying. FYI, when you're nuts and roller derby, innuendos are your friend. Yes, sometimes we get confused with our colors. But I mean, we can argue that white and black aren't really colors, actually. So it's not your fault, even though you're wearing white and black. So, Tack a Penalty is back in the penalty box, sponsored by Kapow. So is Bloody Maiden. This is a very close game and a good point score going on. 178 to 171 for the white team. Lots of time. 3 minutes and 55 seconds is lots of time to get over the 200 mark and score lots and lots of points. Grace Gull running to the track and throws her panties onto the track. You'd think this was a Kiss concert or something. Taking lead, Jim says. Sailor Cherry. Not taking lead, Jim says. And with Sailor Cherry into the penalty box, white team has himself a power jam. So what you're seeing being played here by the white team is what we call the sausage. They all line up against the side of the track and keep the other team at bay so that their jammer can get points through the pack, which they did, and they called off the jam. Black team thinking about fielding a jammer and then realizing that no, we've got one in the penalty box. Good job, Grace Gull. Smart like a dump truck. Bruce Leah jamming for the white team, pushing her way through, getting up, taking lead jam steps. Leah pushing through, getting through the pack. Sailor Cherry making her way through. Making her way through the pack. And then to the penalty box. But Sailor Cherry did a back block. Bad Sailor Cherry. Oh, you had a box hit. Well, we'll just leave that alone. And so, Team White gets themselves a power jam. Sailor Cherry in the penalty box, sponsored by Kapow, comics, cards, and games. Thanks. Of course, I just said thanks, and you have no clue what Frosty Box just said to me. But just think it's something really cool, but it's just nothing. her way through, obviously. She has to watch out with the forearms. Of course, that's how you get a forearm penalty. If you push with your hand and cause the other player, boom! Oh, you know what that is? I know what that is. That was her tripping the opponent, therefore getting a low block. Bam! Okay. That needs to, yeah. Bad dog calling it. I see something. I'm gonna go change. Just so you know, this isn't my derby outfit. I'm actually gonna change again. I have better shorts for the derby. So, White seems to have climbed up and are now at 210 to 171. We're just waiting for an official score, but that's probably going to be game. Now, for all you new people, just so you know, we like to line up on the side of the track and give high fives to the game players once the final whistle is blown. Let's not forget to thank the refs. So Team White, have a little skate around and go get some high five action. Don't forget to hang around, get yourself a photo afterwards. Let's go, Lisa Bell, get up there, you were a part of the team. I say again, feel free to come to the edge and high five your daughter's son, no sons in this one, your family members. If you loved your daughter, you'd be at the side of the track. I'm just saying there, Dad. I'm not going to support her all her life, okay? Soul Taker, did your dad give you a high five? He gave the other team a high five, I'm just saying. Just saying. I don't want to cause family rifts, but your dad totally missed you. But your mom's obviously your favorite, right? Oh yeah, maybe. Birthday. Josie, is it your birthday? Everybody say happy birthday to Josie. Right there, the one that's really bright red. Not embarrassed at all, right? There you go. Happy birthday, Josie. Thank you for coming to roller derby instead of doing something exciting with your boyfriend. Good job, boyfriend. Priorities all straight there. Thank you for playing, Team White. It was exciting. We're smashing the penalty box queen. So what was it like to sit in the penalty box for most of the game?